Hey everybody, it's me, Rival Gaz. How are you going? I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking. Well, actually, that's a bit of a lie. Today has been a bit of a challenging day. I'm actually recording this at 8 o'clock at night. I usually do these things first thing in the morning. But I actually had a bit of a abrupt start to my morning, and it confused me very much and totally threw me off my routine. So basically what happened is I've been trying to use this week to get ahead with my confirmation of candidature and submit all the documentation. Part of doing that is a plagiarism check, which is fine, but the software is a third-party software, right? And you have to have a login organized for you to do this, and you're compelled to do this. You can't not do it, and I'm okay with doing it. But the problem was that my login details were never arranged for me. So I was trying, and then everybody at the university kept sending me around in circles, just passing me off. And as you guys know, I've always had a working relationship with the Dean of Graduate Studies, except for the new Dean of Graduate Studies. They seem to have a stance against me, and they don't really seem to be very supportive of me. This is the same person who told me that I need to publish more in order to be worthy of a scholarship. So I contacted this person and I said, I'm very sorry to trouble you, but I need help. My supervisor, who is currently away on leave, can't help me, and I don't want to contact them when they're on leave. Can you help me just try to log in? The staff keep telling me to just do all these things and it's not working. So then he passes it along and he says, staff member, can you help him? And this staff member just goes, oh, go back and start the whole thing that I've been trying to do all over again. And so I replied back to him and I said, are you doing this on purpose, sir? Because it's not working and I just desperately need help. To which then somebody must have done something, because I got an email from the plagiarism people saying that I had an account created for me. Now, I didn't do this. Somebody must have been doing this behind the scenes when I was trying to log in. So, yeah, and it was nuts because the university opens at 8:45, so I was getting these emails before the university had opened. So it was just very challenging for me to respond to, because you're just getting up and starting your morning and all this stuff. I'm sorry, Andrew Huberman, if I disappoint you for starting my day so late on this day. Right, so I did my plagiarism check and I got under 15%. Everything that was highlighted was just references. These references have been used in other credible reports before, which is fantastic news, which tells me that I'm on kind of the right track. But that also tells me that I got to keep digging, because I would like to find some sources that haven't been so widely used. Right. So then after that, I simply had my day, and as you guys know, I've been focusing on using Adobe and all the different programs to get ahead, to learn to create superior artifacts for the purposes of the exegesis in this thesis as part of the research training program that I'm doing here at Charles Darwin University to be awarded a doctorate in effectively gaming. But the research code, for those of you who are interested in these type of things, is sociology. Now, I'll have another video coming out in the future where I explain the PhD more thoroughly. Right. So my day kind of just went back to normal, but there's something else that I have to tell you, actually, which is in the same email in the morning, I was told that I can't do a video presentation. This was really troubling to me. So at our university, you have to do everything through what's called a snap form, where you give all your information to a third-party service, and then this counts as their administration. So I was in the snap form, it says you can do a presentation, but you have to justify why. So because I couldn't do the snap form, because I couldn't do the authentication of my research, I posed the question, can I please do a video? To which I was replied with that, unfortunately, I can't do a video. Everything is closed doors, so it happens, it's not open to the public. So I have to now make another video outlining everything that I'll be talking about in that session and trying to justify to everybody here who listens here exactly what I'm doing, so that way I'm completely open and transparent and completely legitimate in everything that I'm doing. I'm not afraid of scrutiny, and I'm a big believer in open source. Right. So I was really disappointed with that, because I had my high hopes up, because now I have to basically, at the expense of my psychological safety, be put myself in a situation where I don't really want to be in. And the reason why, as you guys would know, it's because I've been deceived and I've been let down, and so many terrible things have happened at this university to me. And I've been trying my best to put it all behind me so I can champion this place because it's my hometown. But nobody here seems to care. Nobody wants to support me. I haven't heard anything back from the dean, even though they did say that they were looking at it. I'm going to take it as it has failed at this point, and I'm so sorry about that and everyone who had hopes about that. So yeah, I can't do the video confirmation of candidature, which was on offer before but is no longer offered. So I have to sort of go through this, and there's no advocacy. No one is willing to help me, guys. There's nothing I can do. I just have to grin and bear it. So the people who have been putting me down, I have to go and face them anyway. There's nothing I can do. I just have to do it. I just have to, and I will. But I'm so sad that I wasn't able to do it the way that I thought that I could, because I was hoping that we could do it in public so that way more members of the community, because I've had international interest as well as people in the university who aren't directly associated with game studies research, come out and tell me, hey, we love games and we'd like to support. And I have to let all those people down now. All because of what's in the form doesn't match the inclinations of the new Dean of Graduate Studies. I don't not like this person. I express to them how important they are to me, but I am not important to them. I don't matter here. Right. So as you can tell by my tone, I've had a challenging day. Now, to make it harder for me, right at the end of the day, was the fact that I got called out on LinkedIn by someone very senior and very prominent in Australia, and it was tough because basically what they said was I'm doing a fake PhD, and so game studies is all BS, what I'm doing is all BS. And the context of being called out was in a thread about some of the challenges that we're facing in higher education in Australia, mostly around enrollments and this whole the profiteering, but the necessary nature of being able to operate such a sophisticated and advanced higher education enterprise is what we have, right? And research isn't cheap, guys. Building isn't cheap, guys. Salaries isn't cheap, guys. New knowledge and pioneering doesn't come cheap, and it's not free. So I try to understand both sides of the fence, and as much as I'm a critic and a pundit, I know that I'm still coming up through the ranks, so I'm not the authority here, but I'm still willing to put my 2 cents out there and have my opinion heard, because I feel like it's somewhat qualified, and I'm a really big believer in all of this stuff. I'm doing a PhD, Anyway, so it was just in this context I was called out as being part of the problem, and it really was shattering, because not only am I getting no support from my university, really, now I'm getting attacked in public on LinkedIn when all I'm trying to do is build a profile for myself and get my name out there. It's so tough. And so I wrote a post, and the TLDR of it is basically, if any of you are in gaming, any of you are passionate about gaming or getting an education in gaming, you can always talk to me. Don't let these people get in your way. Don't let the haters stand in your way. Don't let these old people who get drunk on the weekend and then start criticizing people on LinkedIn. Don't let those people get in the way. What you need to do is just press start and continue, and we'll beat the game together, all right? We'll do it, because, I don't know, no one is here to help me, but I might be able to be the person who can help you. And if I can do that, then that's enough help for me too, all right? But don't let those people get you down. So I wrote my posts about that, and I put it out in the wild. Not trying to do it to be famous, I'm just trying to do it to get it off my chest, and because someone out there might need to hear that. Because without a doubt, people are getting put down for getting into gaming and studying gaming and working in gaming. Without a doubt, people are getting put down for that. Right. Some other things have happened, though, in the meantime. 2 pretty critical things. The first critical thing is that I was able to successfully complete the article review of the World of Warcraft role-playing research piece that was an outcome of a master's research project, right? So that's going out for publication, and they wanted some feedback, someone who is familiar with everything in the game. So I was able to read it all top to bottom. I approved the article. I'm not a hater. I could see some flaws, but I could see attempts to address them there. And I could also see plenty of opportunities for plenty of future work and plenty of opportunities for lots of cool things to happen there too in the future, and things that needed to be said that are now said that people can go and cite. And I thought it was good. I thought it was a good contribution. And then I got an email back from the editors, and they was really, really happy with everything that I said, because I was totally fair about it. I was like, this kid's got potential, let him go far, because I'm not a hater. The other thing that happened was that in Australia, I was able to connect and meet a whole bunch of people from the University of Southern Queensland, of all places I know, right, who were experts at elite gaming and the physiology of esports. So these guys are like exercise physiologists, exercise scientists, sports scientists folk. So they know about the body, the brain, the muscles, ligaments, fingers and tendons, and biomechanics and forces and how it all works. And they're putting out research like the effect of exercise and gameplay, and then like oxygen levels in the brain type of thing, and how all this comes together to be super duper at games. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've just sung their praises as much as I can on LinkedIn. They're so cool. Those guys are the real deal. The other thing, The other thing is that I also was talking about in public and on LinkedIn and all these spaces about how we need to start working on a code of ethics and like a code of conduct, a type of Australian sportsmanship when it comes to video games. Because in Australia, I'm not sure how it is in America or your part of the world, wherever you're from, in Europe, but like our sporting teams, our national sporting teams, like they've got colors, green and gold, they've got an ethos, they've got like certain attitudes and credos, and there's a whole culture around it, being the Australian sportsman, and a bit of a larrikin at the same time. It's really nuanced and really good, so there's room for trash talk, but it's done in a clever way, like we've got our sporting heroes, and it's the same in gaming, but I want it to be something, I want it to kind of be defined, so that way it's not defined by industry, so that way it's not defined by brands, it's defined by the Australian people and how we play. All right, let's just put a pin in that. Now, I have about 10 tabs here that I was meant to talk through with you guys, all this research, but I haven't actually gone through it myself. It's everything from the latest human stuff to all those articles that I was explaining that the people from the University of Southern Queensland are researching. So I'm just going to nip it in the bud right now because it's late, it's after 8, and I'm actually not finishing until 1 a.m. tonight, guys. So I'm going to finish this now, edit this, put it on YouTube, and then keep working. The reason why I got to keep working is like I've got to pick someone up from the airport, so I don't get to have a Friday night. But I've had a pretty lousy Friday, like in between getting called out or not being supported or getting the support that I was expecting, and everything in between. It's been really tough, but I'm not giving up. I will never give up. This place will sooner tell me that they don't believe in my PhD for real during my confirmation at Candidature and kick me out before I ever give up. Okay guys, that's my PhD update for this week. I'm sorry it wasn't good news, but believe you me, so much good stuff has happened. And for the stream, if you got this far and you want to know stream news, just know that I'm cooking, I'm making content every day, and not only that, I have plans for the return. So it's coming back and it's going to be really good. Don't worry, I'm not going to drop some trailer like Dr. Disrespect. I'm going to do something so when I go live again, you guys will see the change. All right, I'll talk to you later. See you guys.